Right. Hello
And welcome
to
the debut episode
of
our podcast,
Believe Between the Lines. Yeah.
So,
I'm Emily,
and I am Darcy.
and we're just talking about taboo on periods and menstruation and all that lovely
Yeah.
stuff.
Debunking the taboo.
Let's debunk the taboo.
I
can't actually say the taboo.
Debunk the taboo. Yeah.
Darcy's
Tongue twister, say it 5 times fast.
It is.
Debunk the taboo, debunk. I can't do it.
I get it. Dedication.
Wait, what is the first?
Should we get started? Let's get started, shall we?
Okay, so.
I was going to start off with first time periods.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Just like the first time we had a period. So like this podcast is literally just a comfort zone for women and everyone that menstruates. And just like making us comfort zone.
No TMI. There's no TMI in this space. Everything. There's never too much information. You always need all the information.
I need it now.
Yeah, me too. We all do.
It's nice. It makes you feel like you're not crazy and you're not going through it alone. It gives a comfort.
It's like, but you're not going through it alone. Everyone experiences, all menstruating people experience this, and it's nice to finally accept it and not keep it hidden away.
Because it's normal.
It's a big
normal.
part of our lives.
Exactly, it's huge. I was just gonna say the first time I had my period, because just to get the ball rolling, the ball rolling, because it's just nice and open.
Yeah.
The first time I had a period, I was in Barcelona. It was a lovely, lovely, lovely holiday. I was in my school. We went for football, and I started my period. And I think luckily it was in the bathroom, but I was like, I'm dying. Why is there blood coming out of me? What's going on? What is going on?
Like that Anne with the knee clip, where she's like, I'm dying.
Yeah. And I'm just like, looking back at it, I'm like, I feel so sorry for her because no one warned her. And like, I didn't have my comfort people. I didn't have my foster care Jackie. I didn't have like my friends around me. I had like people I go to school with, which I didn't class really like as close. And like, I remember the girl that I was sharing a bathroom with, we were both freaking out because I was just like, bathroom, bedroom, like thingy.
Dorm.
I was freaking out, and she was freaking out. She was my friend at the time, but like I didn't feel close to be like, I've got blood coming out of me. I remember I cried in the toilet for so long because I was like, I just need comfort, and I can't even call Makira because she's abroad. Like I'm abroad, I can't call. I remember this PE teacher I didn't even know, she was teaching me how to put in a tampon, and like she did it through the door, bless her. But like it was actually terrifying because I was like, first time having to use a tampon, and no one tells you. No one tells you. And you just have to like get on with it.
Yeah.
And like the applicators will put a little guide because I know I need it, and maybe you might. I've not used a tampon since because they're scary, they're hard to put in. The applicators don't actually help me. They're just plastic and they just don't do anything for me.
I remember my first time putting on a tampon. When I first started my period, I was just used pads. But the first time I was putting in a tampon, my mum, I was like, I'm going to do it. I was so scared. But my mum had a friend, like a male friend around, and I was like, I don't want him to know. So I was doing it on my own, and I was trying to figure it out, and I was reading this instruction manual, which is not helpful. It's not. It's really not. Like, there's an instruction manual, but like, it actually did not help me whatsoever. And like, it was the point where like I was putting them in, it was just painful, like it was digging into my body, like into me from the inside, and I was like, this is not comfortable. And I think obviously we get educated in schools about what happens when you have a period, but they don't tell you like actually how to do it.
No.
They expect you to just learn, which I guess like if you know how to do it yourself, you're not going to think, oh, they used to do that. But then when you think back to when you did it for the first time, it's not like, it's not as easy as you think it is. And so, yeah.
And I remember the first time I went into the water with one, I didn't know that like they like blossom. It's like a flower.
Yeah.
It's like blossoming in you.
It's
and I was
expand.
like, yeah, they expand. And I was like, why do I feel like a flower? And I'm like blossoming, and I'm like, what is going on? I was literally just freaking out. I was like, something's happening to my body. What's going on?
It's creepy.
Yeah. And then the second time after that, so I got home, I was like, okay, probably just one time thing, it's fine. And then I was in a fair, and I was on the ride where you stick to the wall and you spin around. It's like, and then the floor like drops, and you're just like levitating in this wall. And I remember looking up at my carer because she was watching me. She was like, oh my gosh, she's having so much fun. And I was literally screaming, I was crying, I was like, Jackie, I think I'm just peeing myself. Like I literally was like, I've pissed myself on this ride, this is so embarrassing. I got out, I was telling her I was crying, and then she took me to the Portaloo, which is always just not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, it's
First
not
off,
hygienic.
no. And I was literally like, oh my god, like I'm bleeding, what is going on? And like she explained it to me, but I was just like, this is insane, this is scary. I just sympathise with her because like 12 and 13 is such a young time,
Yeah, and it's,
to start.
it's like, I think it's nice to start bringing, sorry,
Yeah, okay.
we need to remember to pass the mic. To, like, when it's your first time like experiencing something, it is scary. And also, like, if you have bad experiences, like, that's not a fun experience to have. And then, like, you're going to be dreading the next one, like, what's going to go wrong now? Like,
Yeah.
but I think it's nice that we're bringing out this, so that like if younger people were to watch the podcast, they can see that this is all normal. And
Yeah, and also I will say, ever since that age, I remember I had a prom and I was wearing a white dress, and I literally just remember saying like, if I bleed, I'm going to be so sad, because obviously I've not had my period for that long, so I don't know when it's going to start and when it's going to end. So I was like, this is like waiting for like
Hell.
death. Hell! I was like, what is going on?
that's like a universal thing of the can
White.
you check me?
Yeah.
We've
Can you
made
check
that
me?
our little slogan is can you check me, because every girl, you can walk past any girl or menstruating person and go, can you check me, and they know immediately what you mean.
You say, like, it's just such a nice universal phrase.
Yeah.
And what was I going to say? I was going to say about also hiding period products.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to the bathroom now, even I'm 20 years old, nearly 21, I'm like, how am I hiding my period? I remember once I got a tin to hide them in. Like, I just took this tin and I was like, I hid it in my blazer, and I was like, it's crazy, because like, we all know, like, men, like, everyone knows that women menstruate, and like people menstruate, and it happens to a person. But still, I felt like the need
like
to
a taboo that you
have like I'm meant to be embarrassed, and like especially when like I was like to the teacher, I need to go to the bathroom, and like subtly I was like red face. I get red really quickly, so I was like red face. They think I'm lying. I'm like, how do I say that blood is coming out of my vagina? I need to go to the bathroom.
I know,
like it's gonna be on your seat in a second. Like it's gross. Like not gross, but like it's gonna be gross, and you're making me feel gross. By not being able to talk about it. I remember feeling gross for so many years because like, this is so unhygienic, when really it's not. It's literally your body.
Like, I think that as well. Like the idea of not being allowed to go to the bathroom. I remember that so many times, like my teachers would say, you're not allowed to go to the bathroom during lessons, you're in a lesson, you can't go. And then we'd have transition time between our lessons, like these songs were playing, we'd have to like run to our next class. But they were like, they would always say, don't go to the toilet in the transition time because you've got enough time to do that and you'll be late. Well then when am I meant to go to the toilet? Because for one, people need to go to the toilet anyway, but also like, what do you mean you're banning me from going to the toilet? But secondly, like, if I'm literally bleeding, and you can feel when you're leaking, like you can feel it coming out, and it's like, you can't really ban me, but then you don't want to go, oh actually I'm on my period in front of your whole class, like it's horrid. So I think that's something that needs to change massively.
And also the classic phrase of why didn't you go at lunch?
Oh, don't get me started.
I didn't need to change my pad or go to the toilet at lunch when I had lunch. Like, when I was on lunch. Like, I didn't need to. I want to go now, and I have to go now. Like, this maths equation is just gonna have to wait for 2 minutes. You're making the time go longer because we're talking about this anyway.
Yeah.
Also, on the topic of that, I really am trying to get into learning when my period's going to start, because even now, like, I get really lazy with my period and I just let it come whenever, and then I'm like always hesitant. I'm like, oh, should I put a pad on? Like, do I need a liner on just in case? And I'm like, if I just track it, it's fine. And obviously I don't want to use Flow because I don't feel personally comfortable after what the little backlash they had. I remember seeing it on social media about how they were using it in America, mainly I think for like abortions, seeing if women's had abortions, which is their personal,
just tracking
their personal information, and like, you don't need to know that, and like, that would feel very
uncomfortable.
Yeah. So I wanted to find an alternative because women deserve a right to their own body, and like, they deserve the privacy of knowing, like, yeah.
So do you want to share your app?
Yes. I've got this a few days ago and I literally cannot stop talking about it. It's called Musa. It is only for iPhones, sorry. But it's called Musa. You have like a little dragon's egg. It tells you like what phase of your cycle you're in right now, which I found really great, because like when I feel stressed or like hungry and all this, it'll be like, this is completely normal, and it's so comforting.
Emily told me to download it today, and I downloaded it, and I typed in when my last period was. I'm still on it at the moment, and like it said, oh, you're getting estrogen back into your body, and so you'll start to feel normal again, which is like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like, I think just understanding what hormones do what to your body, like which ones do different things, can make it so much easier to sort of, like, I know so many times if I'm in my luteal phase, which we'll get into that, if I'm in my luteal phase, which is the stage you have after you've ovulated and before you have your period, it's usually about 15 days, depends on the person. I know that I get very upset and I cry and I think that my whole life is ending. But if I know that, like, oh, it's okay, it's this this app will tell me the hormones and how they're gonna probably make me feel and what they're gonna do to my body, I can feel so much better, because I'm like, oh no, I'm not going insane. I am just in my luteal phase.
Yeah. You will know. I also wanted to say about another app.
Yeah.
It's called My Cycle, and it's literally plain and simple. It just tracks when your period is, and you can see like, it just like is like a calendar, and you just put when your period is, and also it shows you like when you're likely to get pregnant as well. So
when you're
if you want us to know, right now I'm low chance of getting pregnant, which I don't want, because my period is in a few days, and it's just like a nice little calendar, and you get to pick the background, and it's pink and it's cute, and it just makes you feel like organised with it, and make you feel just like on track, you know what you're doing, you know, like, if not to wear white trousers, which I find really handy. And yeah,
it's nice. I think also, like you said, it tells you when you're like when you're fertile, like, so when you're ovulating. I've lost my train of thought.
And that's okay.
Just like leading into, like I mentioned before, the luteal phase. Like, you have your follicular phase, which happens. I read a thing online. I don't know if this is like scientific, but someone was just describing the, like, your period is meant to be your wintering phase. Like, that's when you're shedding your lining. Like, you're wintering. You're gonna be sort of like. Have you heard about cycle syncing? Yeah. So I was reading about cycle syncing, and they're mentioning. Put my tea down for this. Like, it's getting so real. Like, just sort of syncing up what you consume to help your body. So I'm really currently getting into herbalism. My sister got me into it, which is also teas. A good example of this, so I'm currently drinking chamomile tea. I mean, this is just what Emily had, but this is what I've been drinking anyway. It's good for like de-bloating, and when you're on your period, you're a bit bloaty, or it also helps like, actually, I don't know, but cut that out. Cut that out. Post future Darcy, ignore. Cycle syncing, I've lost my train of thought again, and we can take a moment.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything that's like facts when I'm like, I'm not entirely sure of the facts.
You claimed that at the start though, saying this is not a fact.
So yeah, thinking about cycle syncing, like about what I want to put into my body at my different cycles. So it's different stuff, but your body needs different things. So you can cycle sync your exercise. So like when you're on your period, like walking and sort of yoga, like gentle exercises are good. When you're in your follicular phase or ovulating, you have a lot of energy. You have high estrogen and a lot of energy, and so like cardio workouts or weightlifting is really good. Obviously not everyone likes doing exercise, and that's perfectly fine. But also what you eat, like when you're like when you're having your period is like I've read stuff where like they've referred to it as your wintering phase. So like when it's winter, you have like hot, warm, like meaty meals. So like your body will need like hot, like meat, like beef meat, I don't know, or like substitute stuff if you're vegetarian, like to look after itself and to be able to use that for your body, just your body's needs at the time. Whereas like if it's like your follicular phase is your spring phase, and like you need like leafy greens and like chicken and fish. And it's just, I think it's interesting to learn like natural ways to make your periods less of an issue, or like less of a horrible feeling. Like I feel like you can train your body to, or if you give your body what it needs, then it's not going to be as bad. And like if you have like foods that complement the phase you're in, then I don't know, I think that's a nice thing that people should look into for, yeah. You have something to say?
I really want to look into that now, because I recently got into my teas, and I was
I love tea.
Come out to relax. I've like tried glow tea, like it's so nice, and like green tea and lemon tea, because I've been really ill recently, but it's just so nice to like find a natural way, and like moving to like natural products as well. Like I recently have got into like liners, and I love this brand called Flow. I've bought for them multiple times, like they're really great, but like they're bamboo and they're like better for you, they're not scented, which why are they scented in the first place? It smells like a garden down there. It's not meant to. It's just not nice.
Do you find that a lot with packs?
Like so I remember I always have like heavy flows like at the start, and then obviously lighter at the end, but like they're really heavy, and I found the only brand that complements that is Always. But every time I use an Always pad, obviously no hate Always, but it just gives me such bad cramps. Like I remember my last period, I don't even want to think about it, it was unbearable. Like I was like, this is not how it should be, it's not normal. Like the fact that I'm having to go on the pill to make it better is just not the solution I wanted. Shouldn't. But yeah, it was the only brand that like complemented the blood flow, and I know I tried to substitute it with Body Form, which I found really great. Like my cramps were a lot less heavy and like harsh, but like they just weren't soaking up as much blood as I needed, and I was having to change a lot, and I was like leaking a lot, like into my clothes, which stained a bunch of my pyjamas and stuff, and it was just annoying. But I find that like substitutes are so much more expensive, like natural brands and like things that don't have scents, like either don't work or don't like complement your blood and like how much blood flow you have, and like it's just expensive, and it's sad because hygiene is not a luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury. It should just be
the bare minimum.
Have
you ever tried reusable pads?
I have not.
Would you like me to tell you about them?
Yes, please.
So I have reusable words.
Go on.
I have reusable pads that I use. They're bamboo, made out of bamboo, but they you can use them several times that you wash them, and like they're the same as a normal pad. You just sort of, they don't stick obviously because it's reusable, like it's fabric. But like you can get cute little designs on them. They're like, I think I got mine, I don't know, a pack of like 14 of them, and it was like £35, £40, which obviously in the like, it's like a, for some people that's like a big investment. Like you can like we're students, that's like money for students, but then it saves you so much money in the long run of having to buy like expensive eco-friendly like natural pads that you throw away, and it's also like these are eco-friendly because you use them for like 10 years like that. Whereas like if you're using like one-use pads, it's going to go straight into landfill like after one use. And like it's the same, like you put it in your like underwear, the same, it has like little buttons to like clip it underneath.
Oh, that's so cute. So it doesn't move, that's what I was worried about.
Move. So you put it in and you just like it just has little buttons underneath instead of like sticky like tabs. And then like you take them off, you just rinse all the blood out in the sink, and it's not gross. People think that's gross, but it's not. It's not gross, it's natural, it's from your blood. It's the only blood that comes not from violence. It's not gross at all.
I love that.
So yeah, you just rinse it out.
We can link that in the
but
video
also,
description.
I saw, sorry, it's completely random. I saw, thinking about natural stuff, I saw someone do this the other day. They had, I don't think they weren't using like reusable pads, but oh no, it was. They had like reusable, like period underwear, not like reusable pads, but period underwear, and they were like rinsing out the blood and then returning it to the earth. And they were like putting it in their plant pots, and I was like, that's so cool.
That's really
I was like, oh my
cool.
God, let me lay down in a forest and free bleed.
Yeah.
Just bring everything back to the earth.
Yeah.
So
Mother Earth.
And using reusable ones help protect the earth. So that's what we need.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. But so I would definitely give that a go. I'll put a link. I'll find some.
I might have to
I don't know. There's definitely just like, I don't know where my mum bought mine, but for me. But I'll find a link to some.
Yeah.
I think you can get them on Amazon, but I don't think.
Yeah.
That's not helpful for the earth. So I'll find a link to like a brand, like or like an independent company that do them. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you that little help. Have you ever tried a Diva cup?
No.
I'm scared.
Scared.
I'm terrified.
It just feels like a wine glass that's just gonna overflow.
Yeah, I feel like that shouldn't be going up me.
Yeah. I feel like it feels weird. I just want to. No, thank you.
I know a lot of people use them and really enjoy them. Like enjoy, or like they find it like. That sounds weird. They find it nice and comfortable, like they're fine with it. But I would be scared. What if it got stuck?
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation?
Yeah.
But maybe
we'll have to try
maybe we should give it a try.
Give
it a try and get back to you. Should I actually do that? I'll do a TikTok.
I'll do a TikTok.
Speaking of. You should go follow our Instagram and our TikTok.
We'll link them.
We'll speak about those on the end, but go follow our Instagram and TikTok if you haven't already.
Yeah.
But have you got another point that you wanted to make?
I don't think so. Let me check my points. I think that's basically.
I think I said everything I wanted to say.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I did have my last thing that I need to tell them.
What? Oh!
Yes.
Bit of Brittany Broski. Stealing.
Yeah, sorry Brittany. Hope you don't mind. Bit of homework. Bit of just like knowledge. I feel I love Brittany because she's so emotionally intelligent and she's so intelligent and like she's so right. You can never stop learning, and I love learning. Like I love learning new things and hearing different sides and like hearing different opinions, and like I just think it's nice to keep yourself updated.
Yeah.
And something that's new and fresh and something that is so in touch with what the world needs right now.
Yeah.
and very morally aligned to
yeah.
us is adolescence. You might have heard about this. I want to hear your opinions because I thought it was insane. No spoilers right now, but I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Something like that. Please watch that, and also download the apps. This is not marketing. I'm not getting paid.
We're uni students.
We're uni students, but just really recommend.
Yeah. But also, we saw a post about adolescence earlier that we reposted on our Instagram about how if you don't speak to men and boys, then you won't ever feel safe around them, or like they will never learn the violence. Obviously, adolescence is about violence in men, starting from very young age. Violence in men towards women, starting from very young age. I think that's very important at current events that have been happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's good homework on Emily's part. I completely forgot about that.
I'd love to set homework. I want to be a teacher, so this is lovely.
Yeah.
Practice.
I'll go. I actually haven't watched Adolescence, so.
See, Darcy will be doing homework.
I've been intending to.
We could watch it now.
We could watch it right now.
We'll
do that after. But
yeah,
so that was our first episode. That was our first debut episode.
Yeah, how do you think it went?
I think it went well.
So
yeah, I'm quite happy. No rambling. Well, it was a ramble.
A bit of a yap is always good.
A bit of a yap is good.
Yeah, just
glad.
Started.
I hope you guys enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I hope you've done some chores that you need to do, some errands.
Yeah.
Things. Pause on in the background. You don't have to look at us. You just have to listen.
Go on a little mental health walk.
Can I just say that as well? Go.
Sorry.
Say it.
You're
don't apologise.
I won't. Yes.
Go on.
No apologising. Unless of course you've actually done something.
Yeah. do please say sorry or apologise.
If you've done something bad, but don't apologise for random things. It's ingrained in women. It's bad.
It is.
But your app, the Amuser, the dragon one, it's got the whole meditating thing. Like so, I've only just downloaded it today, and I have to do my first round of meditation to hatch my egg of get my dragon. But I think that's really talking about dragons. It's really important. I think self-love and what's the word? Like mental health, is also so good because if your body's stressed out a lot, then do you know if you're stressed, your cramps are worse? I read that the other day somewhere.
Really?
I'm not a doctor or anything, but I read somewhere.
We don't have a PhD.
No.
Is it a PhD?
Yeah.
No, we don't have that.
We don't have those.
We didn't go to doctor school for years. We're acting students.
We're art students.
I'm 20.
But I read in a thing in art school about how stress makes your cramps worse, or it can give you worse cramps. But so I think meditating as well in that app, I think that was just a really lovely, helpful idea for people to focus on self-love because that helps your actual health improve.
Yeah.
Because if you're always stressed out, then you're going to be ill.
You are.
Yeah. So anyway, that was just one last point I had.
Thank you.
I think we're all done.
We're all done. I hope you enjoyed.
Oh, our Instagram.
Thank you.
We accidentally just got cut off because we have been yapping for so long. Our camera can't record for that long.
Yeah.
The sound is still going. That's fine.
Yeah.
Panic.
Ridiculous.
But yes, thank you very much. Go follow our Instagrams.
Yeah, please do.
And Genevieve and Alex will see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
And keep up to date with
Between the Lines.
Between the Lines. Keep
Our
up to date
podcast,
with
our project.
Yes.
It's fun. We're nursing it. We love